This is Bishop Dr. Truman Berst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
And I'm looking at emails from people who you have to understand. I'm only one person, and I have 20,000 people who are asking me questions, and sometimes they get angry with me because I can't get back to them fast enough or often enough. But when there are 20,000 people that you're helping, it is a problem. You know, I've been praying for someone who could be my assistant here in Jamaica, who could help me, but I don't get enough donations to do what I do, and it takes all of the donations that I get and all of my Social Security to continue this broadcast. I help the poor mainly. And there it is. We're going live. And we're going to decline the call. So, yes. So, I'm looking at an email from someone in Cyprus who's telling me that I'm not getting back to them enough or fast enough and so forth. And it's because I do need help. When you have 20,000 people that you're helping and you're all alone and you're doing this broadcast and there's no one here helping me do this broadcast, I'm doing that all alone. And I could use an assistant, but I can't afford even to be my own assistant from the donations that I get. But, you know, I'm praying that someday that'll change. And I'm keeping the faith. And I keeping on doing the work. So I'm sorry there in Cyprus that that you think that I'm not getting back to you fast enough. So anyway, I'm sorry about that, and I will do everything to get back with you. I've had computer problems. I've had all kinds of other things, and have spoken to you twice in Cyprus, and when you were only there a day or so. So. It's too bad when somebody's trying to help you and you tell them faster. You must help me faster. Yeah, I know, and I wish I could, but I'm only one person. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that because I don't often get someone who tells me, because I'm usually able to get back with everyone within a reasonable length of time, even though I'm doing this all alone. I'm serious. I'm all alone, creating these broadcasts, doing these broadcasts, and getting back to every single person. I'm all alone. The only thing that keeps me going is the Holy Spirit, because that's my companion. That's what we do, and so if I don't get back to you fast enough, I'm sorry. If you know of someone who can help me and would assist me and needs little or no money to do it, then, because that's what I exist on, and if someone else wanted to help me do this, that would be a blessing. I would take them on and mentor them and teach them all that I know. But so far that's not happening. Anyway, so that's the way it is. We're here on Discoveries in Health again for another episode, and we've had audio problems, and we've had all kinds of different problems. One of the things that, once you get this thing up and running and so forth, and you're doing this broadcast, mercy, wow. It looks like someone is, here I was talking about that, and someone has given us a donation to be able to help more people. So that's a blessing, and I just got that message that I'd received the largest donation that I've received in the last, wow. I don't think I ever received a donation, that large before. And when I say large, it was just around $900, and that's huge. That's like, wow. And I am so blessed and so thankful. That means I can get back to people faster. I help more people, and especially now that I'm getting some air conditioning here for the first time in 4 months of being in Jamaica. The first month I didn't even have a fan. Second month I got a fan, and then I got 2 fans in the second month, and then it went a couple of months with fans, but it was still so hot. And when you open the windows and use the fans, I have about 150 to 200 mosquito bites. I've never had so many mosquito bites. But today they're installing some air conditioning, and I'm making installment payments. And now because of that donation, I will be able to pay for that air conditioning, and that's a blessing, because now I won't have all these. I'll be able to sleep at night. They were attacking me, and it was so hot you would wake up in the morning exhausted from trying to sleep, and lots and lots of mosquito bites. So that's a real blessing. Thank you. All praises to the Most High. Answered a prayer today. And if you have a question or if you have a comment, open your mic. Doc Miles is going to be with us today. He said he would be joining us here in about 23 minutes, and that's fantastic. And we've got our audio is actually working today, because I figured out what was wrong. I was always bringing this up on Mozilla. Well, Mozilla all of a sudden no longer had the permission from Google Hangouts to do it, so they couldn't do it. So, but nobody told me, so I'm still trying to do it on Mozilla, and Mozilla is not able to do it, and my audio isn't working, and I don't know why, and that went on for about 2 or 3 weeks. Finally, I figured it out. Google won't let Mozilla do it anymore, so I'm doing it on Google Chrome, and thank you, Google Chrome, for being the internet host that actually provides this type of a service. Too bad you can't share it with others. Anyway, now the other thing that's been going on here is that you need my telephone number. You can call me, and my telephone number is 503-362-5899. 503-362-5899. Well, the email address you should use. I'm probably getting my Truman@healthherbs.com emails, but I don't know if I am or not. So probably the safest email to email me these days is Truman at herbalhealthreview.com. Yes, Tamika. Tamika, I'm doing a worldwide broadcast. Welcome to being on that broadcast. Are you there? Tamika? No, she's not there. All right. Calling this evening and tomorrow. Okay. All right, Tamika. Let's just get on the phone here. Yes, we're calling the UK because the UK is it has a person with a severe cancer a problem, and we're trying to help that person. And Tamika, are you there? No, she's not going to answer. All right. Okay. We'll get back with him. And I've been speaking to these people and helping them. There you go. That didn't work. Okay. So, all right. And all right, we'll help these people, as much as we possibly can. But they have to realize, that they can't afford to hire me as a full-time doctor, and I can't just be everywhere when I need to be everywhere. I want to, but I just physically impossible. And then some people, they're a little short with you because you can't be right there when they want you to be. And I'm sorry about that. Just out at the moment. What's going on? We'll call you in an hour. I will still be broad. They don't get it. You tell them what I'm doing and they don't get it. I'm still be broadcasting in 1 hour. Done in 2 hours. No comprehendo. Still be broadcasting in 1 hour. Done in 2 hours. There you go. Hopefully that it's okay for other people not to be available, but it's not okay for me not to be available. Okay, I understand. People want me to be there when they want me to be there. So if you have a question, I've given you the email, Truman at herbalhealthreview.com. Same as the website. Truman at herbalhealthreview.com is the website. Well, that's my email address. You can reach me at that email. Probably the best one to reach me at these days. Call me on the telephone if you have a question or if you have a comment. If you have someone that needs help, I will be their coach, and I will coach them back to health. And please make that call. That call is 503-362-5899. That's a telephone number to call to reach me, and I hope you do. And I hope you call me, and I will talk about health disorders. I don't diagnose and prescribe. I make suggestions based on the information that I have researched and written about for the past 56 years. So again, the telephone number to reach me, 503-362-5899, and the email, truman@healthherbs.com. truman@healthherbs.com. You can even call me while we're on the broadcast. If you decided you wanted to call me and talk to me, you can do that. Now, the telephone number for the telephone number for health and derms. When we're talking about natural remedies, we're not talking about remedies, natural remedies, or supplements that you can get from your local health food store. You can't find them there. And they'll sell you something else. And it won't work, or maybe it might. And then you'll say, oh, that Truman remedy didn't work. It's because you didn't use the highest quality products that are available from Health and Herbs. Health and Herbs is the only manufacturer in America. The only manufacturer in America or the world. So if you want these natural remedies that I'm talking about, they'll give you a discount. They'll give you free natural health counseling. They'll do all of that. And the natural remedies that you're going to get are the absolute highest quality. And that telephone number for Health and Herbs in Albany, Oregon is 541-791-8400. That's 541-791-8400. And that's Health and Herbs in Albany, Oregon. So they're wonderful people. Give them a call. They'll give you a discount on your natural remedies. They'll help you. They're just wonderful, wonderful, knowledgeable people who will give you a free consultation, which is different because if you're going to ask me to do lots of research for you and get to the bottom of the health issue and do deep, deep research, I'll do that. But I ask for $100 one time, which really doesn't even cover the amount of time that I'm probably making about $5 an hour for the research and giving you all the remedies and then coaching you. Then after people get the remedies, they call me on the phone. Say, I got the box, I got the remedies. And I say, yes, I got the $100. And then I spend half hour to an hour going over all those remedies, how they work, what and how much to take. And then they say, okay, I got it. I wrote it all down and I know what to do and I've got the remedies. You've told me how to use them. Okay, so then I hang up and they call me back the next day and they say I forgot something. So we talk about it and they call me back again and again and again and again until they finally get it. They really are they're after 3, 4, 5 days they're feeling great. They're getting help, and after that, maybe I won't hear from them for maybe a week or two. Then finally they say, "Wow, everything changed. I'm healed. The Most High has healed me, and I used these natural remedies." And that's the way it works. That's the way it works. And I'm here talking about this because a lot of people haven't heard of me before, and 20,000 people have, over 20,000, probably more like 35 to 40,000 people have subscribed to me either on email, LinkedIn, or on our Facebook, or just subscribe to us on the website, herbalhealthreview.com. herbalhealthreview.com. And so we have a lot of people who are using this information. And I've tried to make it so usable with that herbalhealthreview.com website that I don't own. And I don't own and I don't own the manufacturing. I used to. But the government didn't like it. The government didn't like me making these natural remedies. So in 2010, they had a FDA attorney call me up and tell me if I didn't admit guilt to the fact that I was making drugs, not natural remedies, because and I said, let me call you back. And I sued the FDA. And I sued them, and ultimately I won. But it took years, and before that it was years and years and years of fighting them and still standing up for your right to get this information. This is very, very rare and hard-won information that our government, being in collusion with the pharmaceutical industry to keep you sick, and have their own FDA agency to make sure that you get all these poison drugs to keep you sick, and not any natural remedies, because that would be terrible. Then they couldn't get money. The government couldn't get money from the pharmaceutical industry, which has trillions. They're $1 trillion industry, and it's a death and keep you sick industry. Yeah, and so the fact that I'm still here and still blowing the whistle on them, I think the only reason they don't kill me, the only reason, is because if they did, then everybody would know how right I was. And as long as they just let me talk and don't kill me, maybe what I'm saying is not right. Maybe our government is perfect, and maybe they're not in collusion with the pharmaceutical industry. See, it puts doubt, because I'm still standing. Maybe so. Which I'll tell you what, I'm very surprised at that, because I really didn't expect that they would allow me to continue to live. And when you expect to die every day, and I have, because it goes with the territory. It goes with what I do. And there are many, many, many who have natural practitioners who have mysteriously disappeared and killed under mysterious circumstances. I'm talking about a lot of naturopathic, holistic practitioners are dead. I'm not. So that's a miracle. So the Lord must be wanting me to be here and deliver this information to you and take the heat, but still keep standing. That's a miracle. What I do, and the fact that I'm still alive, is nothing less than just another miracle, because I've seen so many miracles doing this work. I've seen so many people in faith receive these natural remedies, and no more fibroids, no more cancer, no more diabetes, no more cancer. And it doesn't happen for every single person, but when it happens a lot, that's a miracle. And I've seen that happen a lot. Doc Miles is going to be with us here today. He's been away, and that's another miracle. We love Doc Miles. He has a naturopathic clinic in Georgetown, Texas, and his remedies and his system help a lot of people. And so we like to bring Doc Miles on, and he helps answer questions. That's right, so that you don't just have to listen to me answer questions about natural remedies. You can hear it from Doc Miles, who is a naturopathic doctor or a holistic practitioner who has been practicing in his clinic there in Georgetown, Texas, for many decades. And he's a wonderful, wonderful man who loves the Lord And I love everybody who loves the Lord because that's a good place to start. When people, you have that common ground, that you both have reverence to the Most High. Now, Doc Miles, when he gets here, in case you have a question or a comment, and if you have a question or a comment, well, I'm here for you, and you can press your star key on your telephone. You can press your star key 2 times, and you can suggest what kind of a topic we should be talking about today. Oh, I just finished one of the biggest reports. It was on sarcoidosis and Sojourner syndrome and diabetes and high blood pressure. And it was there were so many things wrong. It took me a week to do that one report. Yeah. And now now that I've finished that report, I've got to get it over to the person who, right after this broadcast, I'm going to send it over to him, because I just finished it just before the broadcast, and it took a week on that one report to do the research, put it all into an email, add it all up, all the different things that they could use, and put it all in the email and everything. Wow, it took a week. Wow, I'm still surprised it took so long. So, if you have a question or if you have a comment, please press your star key 2 times and open up your microphone. And so far, no questions, no comments. The microphones remain muted. So no questions and no comments so far. Well, I'm sure that as it goes along, as a matter of fact, I expect our Doc Miles to be joining us here momentarily, and so I'm just going to go ahead and take a look here. That's Richmond? That's Atlanta. There's Austin. I'm going to say, while I'm waiting for Doc Miles, I'm going to visit with a very special friend. That is Prophet Elijah Beecham out in Pike Road, Alabama. I'm going to sneak over here and see if I'm going to open his microphone and I'm going to say, hi, hello, and I love you to Prophet Elijah. How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed abundantly. How are you doing?
I am blessed abundantly and greatly. Look, today we even have the sound problem where we're actually talking to each other. How's that?
That's answered prayer.
Answer to prayer. There you that. How can you argue with that kind of a response, folks? When someone tells you that's an answer to repair, an answer to prayer, there's nothing else you can say but yes. So I'm glad to hear your laugh. So Prophet Elijah, what's going on there at Word of Life Ministry in Pike Road, Alabama? What's going on, sir?
Well, just healing souls.
Healing souls.
Healing souls and keeping people to make sure they choose the right words to speak, so that words will bring forth things into their lives that would be of abundance.
Oh yes. Those are some that's wisdom. Thank you for that wisdom, because that's what we need to do, right?
Yeah, but we see, because Yeshua said that in order to steal, kill, and destroy, but I came that you may have life, have it more abundantly until it overflows. So we've been living beneath our means, and we've been living like more in Lodabar And our words has caused us to have things that we have asked for, but yet we don't really need them.
This is true. It's so important, for instance, for people to choose food that is nourishing, because a food that is got all kinds of things in it, and you don't and GMO and so forth, and if you're eating that, it's going to make you sick, and it's going to be more expensive than the food that would have nourished you. But a lot of people would choose the cheap. Okay, all right, okay. I'll get back with you in a minute. We got a call. Brother Starks, how are we're on the worldwide broadcast, and you're on the worldwide broadcast over your telephone. What's going on, brother?
Hello, Truman.
Yes, and hello, brother Starks.
This is Dr. Miles.
Oh, well, it looks like I've got. It says, oh my goodness. I see. Hold on, Doc Miles, because I've got a telephone call, and I've got a telephone call from. So I'm going. Okay, that, and I'll be right there. So, brother Sam, are you there? We've got a bad connection, brother Samuel. Give me a call back, or join us on the broadcast, 503-606-6064. Join the Uber conference broadcast, because your telephone line is not working. Okay, brother Sam. That's 503-606-6064. Call that number, please. Okay. We're trying to hang that call up. It's not hanging up. Okay, it hung up. All right. Wow, Doc Miles is here. Okay. And I hope Brother Sam joins us on the broadcast. Doc Miles, welcome back. It's what a blessing to have you back on the broadcast. I was just chatting with Prophet Elijah, and I'm sure I'm going to leave his mic open, because I'm sure he wants to welcome you here back on the broadcast as well. Prophet Elijah and our dear brother Doc Miles, your mics are open. So go ahead, Prophet Elijah, and say hello to Doc Miles.
Doc Miles, I just want to say that answered prayer has brought you back. And by you being here tonight, this is what we call a praise report.
That's right. I believe that entirely. I mean, God was on my side all the way through all this.
Wow. Yes, He was. We had you in very deep prayer, and the prayer has worked. So now we're ready to move on with a new normal now.
That's right.
All praises to the Most
High.
High.
Yep, I thank everybody for the prayers.
And we did. So Doc Miles, what's going on, and do you have anything you'd like to chat with us about, or anything on your mind? What's going on, brother?
Well, every day that I'm at the office and I see patients here lately, I've been, cutting my schedule back a little bit, but everybody is so deficient in hydrochloric acid. No matter how much calcium you take, it's not going to get to the bones and teeth unless you have the hydrochloric acid. This is on everybody's blood report. Everybody's blood report. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
And I see it. Patient after patient after patient.
So
also the hydrochloric acid helps bring the protein to the heart, the muscle tissue, and the hair.
There you go. So that's why.
Excuse me, these ladies.
Sure. So that's why that hydrochloric acid is so important. because it's unlocking the calcium that's trying to get to the hair, the bones, the teeth, the fingernails, and it can't get there, and people are deficient in it, and hydrochloric acid. That betaine
Well, see,
HCl. Yes, sir.
right. And see, you were talking when I first got on the air a few minutes ago. You were talking about the GMO altered foods that kills the production of hydrochloric acid in your gut, because your stomach lining is what makes the hydrochloric acid. And with the GMO altered foods, it kills that. And then people get acid reflux, so they go and get Prevostade, Nexium, and it kills the rest of it. So then they're really deficient. And then they have acid reflux and everything else. It's crazy. They have fibromyalgia, which is no such thing as fibromyalgia. It's just a myalgic effect of the fibrous tissue, so they call it fibromyalgia. So the hydrochloric acid needs to be there because the calcium will stick to the nerve endings of the shoulders and the upper back, and that's what they call fibromyalgia, but it's just high tissue calcium because there's no carrier, which is the hydrochloric acid production. And if people take one of those before each meal, the calcium and the protein will go where it's supposed to go. It's an amazing product. I cannot hardly keep it on the shelf. It just flies out there.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Amazing.
I'm finding the same thing, Doc. I'm finding the same thing, and I find myself recommending it on a regular basis to people so that they can assimilate that calcium.
Because they say, well, I've got fibromyalgia, and I've been taking Lyrica, and I've been taking this. I said, it's not going to work. It's not going to fix the problem. And so they'll put their Lyrica aside, and they'll get on the hydrochloric acid, and within 2 days, they don't have a problem anymore. It works that quickly because you're putting the production in the stomach before you eat the meal, and everything goes where it's supposed to go. And it helps with gastrointestinal disorders and many, many other things. But the key thing is the calcium and the protein. The hydrochloric acid has to be there for those two to go where they're supposed to go. So I'm seeing this patient after patient after patient. I haven't seen one patient, in years that did not need hydrochloric acid because of the GMO altered foods. And the GMO altered foods are up to 90% of our food chain, which is amazing. People don't realize how dangerous some of this stuff is. It's hard to get organic stuff, and it's more costly. I understand that. But if you go out to a little farmer out there that doesn't use pesticides and stuff like that, and grows his vegetables and everything organically, that's what you really want. That's the way we ate hundreds of years ago before Monsanto and all these big companies got involved in our food chain. And the corn that they plant today is so, hit with Roundup and everything else, no corn worms even grow in the corn. You will not find a corn worm in any corn in the grocery store. It's just amazing. So when I grow corn organically here in my garden, I get corn every year of corn. So when I get ready to go to the house, I'll take the corn worms out and throw them to the chickens. They go crazy. They love the corn worms. And then I'll just go in the house and sometimes just eat it raw because it's delicious. Organic corn is absolutely sweet and delicious. I don't even have to cook it. And it's just so good. I mean, I do cook it sometimes, but, I might eat, an ear of corn out there in the garden while I'm collecting my garden. But we make out of life what we want to make out of life. We have to make an impression on what we do and how we do it, and make an impression on others to do the same. That's how we educate ourselves and others to get things done. So it's, we have to pass the word on. We have to let people know. We have to let people know what's going on and educate them. That's very, very, very important.
That's right, and that's why this work that we do, Doc, is getting the word out and sharing the information and sharing the successes with people, and then sharing the failures so that we know, why things happen. A lot of times people, aren't doing things the way they should be doing them, and that's why it's so important that there are people helping to get out the information about what's working, what's helping, what's making people comfortable. Even if you've got, really some serious health challenges, there are things that you can do for everyone to comfort them. Isn't that true? Isn't that true, Doc Miles? Isn't that true?
That's true. That's very true.
We can make people more comfortable. We can give them a better quality of life, even if they've been given a death sentence by the medical, allopathic, drug doctors. They can be comforted, and by their faith, they are healed. And I rest on that. So I'm looking at your website, Doc. I'm looking at the Doc Miles website, Miles of Texas Nutraceuticals, and all the things you specialize in, and so forth. So that turned out to be a really good website with lots of wonderful products. And there's your telephone number here. Let me, because some people, they'll be looking at this screen capture video that I'm making. But for those that are listening to the podcast or listening in today, here's the way to reach Doc Miles there in Georgetown, Texas. If you'd like to give him a call, ask him a question, or just say hello, his telephone number is 512-868-9867. I'll say it again. You ready? You ready to write? 512-868-9867. That's 512-868-9867. And if you'd like to email the doc, Doc Miles is his email is Doc Miles, DOCMILES @outlook.com. That's pretty easy. Sometimes I get these emails.
Yeah, Doc Miles.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Doc Miles at outlook.com.
Yeah, Doc Miles at outlook.com. So that's an easy email. Sometimes I get these emails that are really hard, man. I'm struggling to get it right. But there we go. Now you know how to reach the doc out there in Georgetown, Texas, and he does lots of wonderful things here. That we like to take advantage of. He's got so many different remedies. I've got lots of remedies, and he's got lots of remedies. And between the two of us, we promise to comfort you. What do you think of that, Doc?
I just added the CBD oil to that site too.
Oh, you got the CBD oil. Oh, where's that? Let me look at it.
It's on, I forgot what page it's on, but he just put it up there for me.
Okay.
But it's the purest form of CBD oil that you can get, and it's extracted from the plant with CO2 and not heat or alcohol, so it doesn't change the medicinal value, of the hemp plant. And it's a special plant. It has almost no THC in it. It's so minor you couldn't even detect it if you wanted to. And my grandson has taken it, and they gave him a shot when he was born, and he had ended up with being autistic. And he's 9 years old, and I just started him on it, about 3 months ago, and the kid has changed so much. He actually came up on my birthday. We had a little birthday party when Jamie came over and brought CJ with him. And he came up and hugged me and said, "Happy birthday, Grandpa, I love you." And tears rolled down my cheeks. It's the first time in 9 years he's ever done that.
Wow. Wow. I'm looking at that. And everybody will be looking at it on YouTube, and anyone who's over on herbalhealthreview.com, they'll be looking at this email, and this CBD oil is called New Leaf Naturals CBD oil, and you get 0.5 fluid ounces, 15 mils. That's 725 milligrams of cannabinol, CBD, and it's CO2 extraction. It's lab tested. There's no additives, and it's 100% organic. This sounds good to me, Doc. That sounds good to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a premium formulary place in Denver, Colorado. It's hard to be a distributor, but I finally got to be a distributor, and I can hardly keep it on the shelf. It flies off the shelf, and that's a 1 month supply for $99. And it's awesome. There's a lot of people selling regular CBD oil out there, but it's not the quality that this is. And it's a multi-level marketing program, and most of them sell that same size for $175, and everybody's making a chunk of it because it's multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
Wholesale buy, nobody's hands get in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the best that I've ever seen in my life. I take it myself.
Okay. All right. So there it is. I was waiting for you for someone to have that, because there's so much notoriety about the fact that it really works. Really, really works.
Right.
And you got it. That's good.